In the provided interface, the night schedule type is selected. Here's a correct introduction for this type of schedule. When selecting the night schedule type, you are configuring a shift that typically operates during the nighttime hours. This type of schedule is commonly used for work shifts that begin in the evening and end in the early morning. Let's configure the details for this night shift. In the Name of Schedule field, you would enter night shift to indicate the specific schedule for employees working during nighttime hours. On duty time, this is the time when employees are start their night shift. In this example, it's set to 8 p.m. Off duty time, this is when the night shift ends. It's set to 8 in the morning, marking the end of the overnight work period. Min working HRS, this indicates the minimum number of hours an employee must work during the night shift. In this example, it's set to 12 hours. OT start after duty HRS, this specifies when overtime OT begins after completing the scheduled duty hours. For instance, if overtime starts 30 minutes after completing the duty hours, you would enter 0:30. Beginning in, employees can arrive at the office starting from 1 hour before the official start time of the night shift, which is set at 8 p.m. So beginning in would be set at 7 p.m., indicating the earliest time employees can arrive at the office. Beginning out, this marks the end of the arrival window for employees. It's set at 10 p.m., indicating the latest time employees can arrive at the office for their shift. Therefore, in this scenario, beginning in would be at 7 p.m. and beginning out would be at 10 p.m. This allows employees to arrive at the office between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. for their 8 p.m. shift. If an employee arrives after 10 p.m., they will be considered absent. Ending in and ending out, options for employees to end their shifts earlier or later than the designated end time. Ending in 6 a.m. This marks the beginning of the window during which employees can leave the office before the official off-duty time of 8 a.m. Employees leaving between 6 a.m. to 7:59 a.m. will be considered as leaving before the official off-duty time. Ending out 10 a.m. This marks the end of the window during which employees can leave the office after the official off-duty time. Employees leaving between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. will be considered as leaving after the official off-duty time. Late time. Specify the latest time an employee can arrive late. Early time. Specify the earliest time an employee can leave early. Late time. This indicates that employees can arrive late for their shift up to 15 minutes past the designated start time. For example, if the shift begins at 8 a.m., employees can arrive up until 8:15 a.m. without being considered late. Arriving after 8:15 a.m. would result in being marked as late. Early time. If the employee's off-duty time is at 8 a.m., setting the early time to means the employee can leave 15 minutes earlier than the scheduled off-duty time. So, the employee would be allowed to leave at 7:45 a.m. without being considered as leaving early. Leaving before 7:45 a.m. would result in being marked as leaving early. Indicates employees are marked absent if they arrive later than 1 hour after the start of their shift. Absent in if employees arrive later than 1 hour after the start of their shift, they are considered absent. For example, if the shift begins at 8 p.m., employees arriving after 9 p.m. would be marked as absent for the start of their shift. Indicates employees are marked absent if they leave earlier than 1 hour before the end of their shift. Absent out. Similarly, if employees leave earlier than 1 hour before the end of their shift, they are considered absent. For instance, if the shift ends at 8 a.m., employees leaving before 7 a.m. would be marked as absent at the end of their shift. Select the checkboxes corresponding to the days of the week when the night shift schedule applies, allowing employees to work on those specific days. Working days. Tick the checkboxes for the weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, to apply the night shift schedule, indicating that employees are scheduled to work night shifts on these specific days according to the schedule. In the half-day section, you would select whether employees are allowed to work half-days by choosing the appropriate option from the drop-down menu. If half-days are applicable, you would then specify the duration of the half-day shift, typically by entering the number of hours and minutes for the half-day shift. This duration defines how long employees are expected to work during their half-day shifts. For example, if Friday is designated as a half-day, you would specify the number of hours for that half-day shift. For example, if the half-day shift on Friday is 4 hours long, you would enter 4 to indicate the duration of the shift. Working days. In this section you select the days you will work. Any day not selected here is considered a day off or leave if you have already specified the days you will work, example Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Any day not selected will be considered leave. Weekend 1, weekend 2, monthly flexible holidays. If you have already specified your leave within the working days, you won't need to use these options. Instead, you can directly proceed to select the specific dates for your leave in the From Date and To Date fields, and then submit the shift schedule. If all days of the week are working days, flexible in weekend 1 option allows to choose any 2 days during the weekend 1 period for leave, flexible in weekend 1 option. This feature allows for the selection of leave for any 2 days during the weekend 1 period. It offers flexibility for leave scheduling, enabling adjustment based on personal or other commitments without the need for employees. If employees do not have leave specified for 2 days, the manager can select 1 day from the weekend 1 option, for example, Saturday, as their leave day. If employees don't have specified leave on weekdays, they can utilize the monthly flexible days option to take leave for a certain number of days in a month. For example, if they can take 3 days off in a month, it means they can take any 3 days off within the month for leave. The From Date and To Date fields allow you to specify the period during which the night shift schedule will be in effect. For instance, if you want the night shift schedule to start on May 1, 2024, you would select that date in the From Date field. Similarly, if you want the night shift schedule to end on May 30, 2025, you would select that date in the To Date field. This establishes the time frame within which the scheduling options you've configured will apply for the night shift. Once you have configured all the details of the night shift schedule, click on the Submit button to save your settings. This will apply the night shift schedule with the specified details, ensuring that the scheduling changes take effect as intended.